the lowest prices of the season on the hottest vehicle. For only $9.99, you can be the owner of this sleek baby. The one, the only, Gatsby car. Tired of being the cool guy? Try being the loser in this car that shows just how tacky you can be. You'll be the center of everyone's insults. Did you know green is the new black? That's right, you heard it here first. Green equals money. Show just how obsessed you are with this car. It's got streaming green leather. With this monster size, this car reflects a dozen suns. Not just ones we have, but 11 others from other places. And if that isn't enough, enjoy honking your 3-note horn with a selection of the 3 hottest songs. So, what are you waiting for? Buy your Gatsby car today. We are not held liable if the car breaks down and stops working. You were tacky enough to buy it in the first place. We only have 20 in stock. We don't want to make the roads too ugly.
We're back. Hi, I'm Jordan Baker, and we have a very special surprise for you on this week's episode of Us Girls. We will be doing a special called Wives Meet Your Husband's Mistress. On my left is Daisy Buchanan from East Egg and Myrtle from the Valley of Ashes. And on my right is Sandra from Ashton and Jenny Hill. How does it feel to finally meet your husband's mistress?
She's pretty.
Are you trying to start a fight?
No. Your dress looks very clean.
That's what I thought.
Sandra? Very nice.
Whatever.
I didn't know that Edward was into devil worshippers.
I don't know, I wasn't too many girls.
I'm sorry, it was a little harsh.
A little?
Well, you're wearing black and you're acting kind of gothic.
Not all people who wear black and act gothic are devil worshippers.
Right. Okay, I was harsh. But I just miss Edward so much.
No, he wasn't with me either. All he wants to do is, oh no, that's Spectre. Sure.
So, Myrtle, do you feel guilty for not only having an affair with Daisy's husband, but also cheating on your own?
No, I don't feel guilty at all. Wilson was like the walking dead compared to Tom. Tom is so full of life, and he always tells me he loves me.
You liar.
You seduced him into being with you.
You're just jealous that he likes me better.
No.
Is that why your nose is broken?
Okay, let's cool things down a bit. I have a question for all of you. What is your fondest memory of your lover? Daisy?
Well, I was getting over a broken heart when we met. He bought me all these fancy gifts, and he promised me he would never leave me. And just like that, he swept me off my feet, and we got married. He got me this pearl necklace for our wedding.
You're so shallow, allowing yourself to be bought with money.
Hypocrite much? You're only with Tom because he bought you all those gifts.
So, did he buy you a puppy? I don't think so.
Daisy could have
What's
my
your
finger.
stuffed
Animal got to do with this.
It's a real dog. You guys just don't understand.
No, we don't.
Would you like to share your fondest memory of
I
Edward?
think it was when he left. Huh? I mean, I wasn't always this gothic looking. I used to be lighthearted and more innocent. All girls are like that. Guys just can't ask for broken promises.
I understand. He was always making such big promises, and he never kept them. He was all caught up in trying to be a big fish.
Now, why would you stay with someone who is breaking his promises?
Well, he had this way with people. I guess you could call it charisma. But every time he came back, I just didn't have the heart to hate him for it.
I know what you mean. It's very hard to stay mad at the person you love, isn't it? If it weren't for your children, Sandra and Daisy, would you have stayed with your husband for such a long time, or would you have moved on to a new man?
Never. Even if it wasn't for Will, I would always have stayed with Edward because I'm a feminist.
Why?
Well, as women, it's our duty to stay with our husbands no matter what they do to us. And as Edward may have a strange way of showing his affection, and he may always be gone, but that doesn't mean he's a cold bitch.
He was a big fish.
Edward tried to be a good father and teach his son the characteristics of a real man.
What did he know about being a man?
would you go back to Gatsby?
I guess I'd have to say I would stay with Tom. I mean, Gatsby had his issues, and as much as I'd hate to admit it, I am careless, so I need Tom's money to cover for me.
You're just with him for the money.
And you're just slightly lower.
You arrogant monster!
I've had enough of your insults. I am no naive consumerist, okay? Tom is with me because he loves me. We have an actual relationship built on faith and trust, okay? Don't think you're all that special. There were so many more women before you. But he left every single one of them and came back to me. So, ha.
But he'll continue being my lover.
As if. We've already talked it over, and he's gonna stop.
Promises are never kept.
Well, accept promises to care for your family.
I don't think so.
You're not a mother.
Does that automatically disqualify her from saying that promises are never kept? Tom promised me to save me from the Valley of Ashes.
You tramp!
Myrtle is not a tramp!
You stay out of this! Easy, relax. For the love nest in Manhattan is nothing compared to your gorgeous oceanfront mansion. You have nothing to worry about.
You're right. I guess I was getting a little too worked up. You're not worth it.
You two stop insulting me just because my husband is not as rich as yours.
You didn't say that.
I may be from the Valley of Ashes, but I am just as stylish as any of you.
Not with that outfit. You look like you're going to a club, not a TV studio.
Please, sunglasses and a scarf? That dress should be worn with minimal accessories.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You two, stop getting about Myrtle.
Just because someone's as friend as you are, that doesn't make her any less of a person.
Because the witch was bitter just because Edward never came back. This isn't Twilight, Ginny.
A girl has the right to be bitter if she was never in front of her lover's death. I'm no fool. There is some limit to waiting from some guy, you know.
It's not my fault. Will never told me that you existed. I don't know what that fool was doing talking to his son about his mistress anyway. What a creeper.
They say a woman who marries a fool is a fool herself.
Well, in that case, someone who sleeps with a fool is even less than a fool.
You think you know everything, don't you?
No, I only know that my husband went to some random town and had a relationship with some random woman.
FYI, the reason he told stories about me is to maybe warn your son not to settle the first woman he falls in love with.
How could you say that?
How could she not? If your husbands didn't marry the first person they fell in love with, then they would be with the people they truly love.
Exactly.
Hey, we already established that he never loved you.
You don't know anything.
You separated your husband.
I'm so do not mean that. Why are they all sweet as fish? What should I do now? Okay, just keep them safe.
Dead.